Goodnight, Harry. That is the name of the story that I have in store for you today. So let's begin without wasting a minute more. A lovely little story about an elephant named Harry. The story, as the name suggests, begins at night. It's a beautiful night. There's an owl out. The hills look grey and blue in the distance. There's a soft wind. And this is the little house where our little elephant and his two friends are getting ready for bed. Harry the elephant was getting ready for bed with his friends Lulu and Ted. Can you see Harry there splashing about in his tub with a little rubber ducky? And there is Ted, the little teddy bear, changing into his night clothes, wearing his t-shirt. And there is the little sheep, Lulu. She's also looking at the elephant, and they're all giggling and laughing as they get ready to snuggle in bed. Good night, everyone, said Harry. But by then, Lulu was fast asleep. He could hear her snore. And then came Ted. That gentle snore was Ted. Harry lay waiting. But sleep didn't come. Oh, I think I forgot my bedtime story, thought Harry. So he got out of the blanket and he brought some of his favorite books. He opened his books and he looked at the pictures. He looked at the words and his eyes grew heavy. He snuggled down again into the blanket. I'm waiting, he said. But sleep didn't come to Harry. Harry couldn't just lie in bed all awake, so he thought, perhaps I'm not really tired. So he got out of bed, he hung up all his clothes, he tidied his room. What a sweet little picture. He's half inside his toy basket, putting all of it away. And then he said, maybe I am not tired enough. And so he ran on the spot and he touched his toes and he hopped on one foot and he even jumped up and down on a little towel so that nobody would get disturbed. But what do you think happened? Then Harry got back into bed. He looked at Lulu. She was fast asleep. He looked at Ted. That gentle snore again. I'm waiting, said Harry. But nothing happened. Look at his eyes, wide awake. Perhaps I'm not really comfortable, thought Harry. So he stretched out one way and then he stretched out the other. Sometimes you do that too, right? When you're not getting any sleep, you toss and turn in your bed. That's what he did. He stretched one way, then he stretched out the other. He lay on his tummy, then he lay on his back. He closed his eyes tight and he waited. Lulu was fast asleep. That soft snore from Ted. Oh no, sighed Harry. I'm still awake. Poor little Harry, he just didn't know what to do. Then Harry began to worry. He worried and worried. He just couldn't stop. He thought of tomorrow. He thought of today. He thought about nothing. He thought about lots. He wriggled and squiggled. He rolled in a ball. And he took all the blankets and he tumbled. Bah! Hey, said Lulu, waking up with a start. Harry, what are you doing? Said Ted. I can't get to sleep, whispered Harry, sadly, looking at them from under the blanket. Ted and Lulu looked a little worried too. Harry then sat at the edge of the bed and he looked out of the window onto the bright moonlit night sky and he rubbed his tired eyes. He sighed. What if sleep never ever comes at all? He said. Never mind, Harry, said Lulu. We're here, Harry, said Ted. The three friends sat close together. They looked at the world outside. Lulu sang a song to the moon. Ted counted the bright evening stars. They heard an owl hoot. Petals fell in the breeze. What a beautiful night it was. They could feel the dew and the slight cold breeze coming in through the window. Harry snuggled up with Lulu and Ted. His eyes felt heavy and he gave a big yawn. Good night, Harry, said Lulu. Sweet dreams, Harry, said Ted, and so lovingly they tucked him into bed. But Harry was fast asleep, and Snuffle was all he said. And as the night grew darker and deeper, the three friends snuggled close together and slept tight. Isn't that a beautiful story about friendship? How the three of them got through the night together? I want you to think of two things. One, think of a friend who you feel has helped you. And two, draw me the cutest little elephant that you can. This is my favorite picture from this story. Didn't you love the illustrations too? Do you want to try your hand at drawing one of the pictures from the book? Take your time and draw your little picture slowly, either the elephant or a picture from the book, and don't forget to think of a friend who helped you and say thank you. Always remember, there are very few things in this world more precious than a good, true friendship.